Howdy folks, and welcome to the Hillbilly Kitchen. Today we're making a banana split cobbler. Now this is the perfect wintertime dessert because it brings that nostalgic flavor of summer's favorite treat into a warm cobbler. This is super easy, and I had to make some substitutions because I've been snowed in for 5 days. The ingredients are basically the same as in banana split. You need pineapples, strawberry, chocolate, some walnuts, bananas, and we're using vanilla cake instead of vanilla ice cream. And you know, you can top it with some whipped cream or some chocolate syrup or whatever. The only other thing you need is a stick and a half of butter, which is about 3/4 of a cup, and I'm going to melt mine in the microwave. Now you can cut it in little pieces to go on top, but I'm sticking mine in the microwave. All right, now my first substitution. I had to make 2 of these because you're going to make this for 45 minutes in a 350-degree oven. I only had 1 can of crushed pineapples. You need a can of crushed pineapples. I had 1 can of pineapple chunks. Now there's slightly more pineapple and slightly less juice in the crushed pineapple, but I crushed my chunks up. And I'm going to start with that, and it doesn't matter. This is a cobbler. Just about anything will work in a cobbler. You can make all sorts of substitutions. Get that pineapple out of there. Pineapple is like my favorite. The next substitution I had to make, because I'm snowed in, I did not have strawberry pie filling, so I'm using cherry pie filling. You want a can of pie filling though, and you could use, if you don't like strawberries, you can use cherries. Lots of folks I know have strawberry allergies. You could even do another flavor in it if you didn't want the strawberries or the cherries. But classic banana splits generally have strawberries. If you're stuck snowed in a blizzard, use what you got. Actually, if you just need a dessert in a hurry, use what you got. And you could also use frozen strawberries in this, but for some reason I didn't have any frozen strawberries either. You would probably want to soak those in a little sugar to get a little juice in them, and it would bake up fine, I'm sure. I mean, it's a cobbler. All right, so let's pretend we have pineapples and strawberries. Next thing we're going to do is our bananas. Now you want 3 or 4 bananas, ripe bananas. They don't need to be overly ripe, but green ones don't tend to do as well. I tell y'all what, one of the biggest problems with being snowed in for a week is my dad blame trash can is overflowed. I'm gonna have to take some of it downstairs and just leave it in bags in the basement because the trash can is just too full. I don't know what to do with it. And I think pretty much the whole country is kind of experiencing some extreme weather right now, not just us. This is like way more than what we're used to. We got a foot of snow on Monday, and then last night we got ice all night long and drizzling rain, and then it turned into snow again. I mean, we just have a crazy amount. Okay, just peel your bananas and slice them up in rounds. And like I said, 3 or 4 bananas. I kind of tend to go with more fruit anytime I'm making any kind of a cobbler. So 3 would probably do it. And once you get your bananas sliced up, just throw them in a layer here. And I will have the ingredients for this. I'll list the ingredients that it's supposed to have instead of my substitutions, but you can see the substitutions. Once you got your layer of bananas, then you're going to do your chocolate, and I'm using about half a bag of mini chocolate chips. The mini ones melt better. You could also use, you know, regular ones. You could chop up a couple of candy bars if that's what you had. And you can adjust the chocolate to taste more or less, but you know, it's supposed to taste like a banana split. Now, the next thing is some chopped walnuts. Now, if you don't like walnuts or you don't like nuts at all, leave those out. You don't have to have them, but a banana split usually has some chopped walnuts. And something that I used to do too is I would drizzle our banana splits with a little honey, and you could do that in this cobbler. You could drizzle some honey in there. That's about enough of them. I didn't measure them. I maybe used 1/3 to 1/2 of a cup, but it's to taste. Now, the next thing you need is you need a cake mix. A vanilla cake mix, white cake mix, a yellow cake mix. One of these cute little cake mixes with the confetti in them is fun, the funfetti ones. And the one I have in the oven, I made in one of those giveaway pans, and I'm gonna run it next door tonight, and it's 18 degrees to my neighbors because they have also been snowed in for a week. And there's a girl over there who is a teenager, and I'm sure she could probably use some of this. But anyway, the next thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna dump our cake mix on top of here. And you noticed I'm not mixing any of this. You don't mix it, just layer it. Oh goodness, dump it in your bowl, not all over your counter. All right, once you get your cake mix on there, like I said, you can use vanilla, yellow, white, the confetti ones, even a banana cake mix. Now, if you melt your butter, instead of putting it in pieces, you can add a little extra vanilla into your butter, which I'm gonna do. Because like William at Vanilla Feeds Tomorrow says, good vanilla makes all your desserts better. So this dish is just about too small for this, but this one's gonna be in my refrigerator probably until folks get over here early next week and I can warm it back up and share it with somebody. Just drizzle that butter all over the top. Okay, now we're gonna put our cobbler in the oven, in our preheated 350 degree oven for about 40-45 minutes until it's nice and golden brown and bubbly. Now, let's see what it looks like when it's done. And this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. It is nice and golden brown and bubbly, and you can see the strawberry cherries coming up through it. The bananas will be nice and soft, and that flavor will be in there. And of course, we added a little extra vanilla in our butter, so that flavor's in there. And I do want to give this just a minute, and I'm going to show y'all what it looks like before we end this, so you can see. And I'm sure the neighbors won't mind if there's just a little piece gone out of it. I'll run the rest of it over there. I do want to thank all of y'all for joining me. I hope everybody stays warm and safe during this because like I said, I know it's all across the country. Oh goodness. Oh my word. Look at that. All the goodness of a banana split. Only it's warm. And you can squirt a little whipped cream on top of that. Make you some fresh whipped cream or some Ready Whip. And look at that. Oh my gosh. It's summer and it's steaming and we're in the middle of a blizzard. So I hope you've got the stuff that you can put this together tonight, maybe, or sometime this weekend. This would be a really good recipe for any winter potluck. If you wanted to take it to a church dinner, maybe Valentine's Day dinner, this would be good for sleepovers, youth groups. I mean, anything like that, because it's so easy to make. You just layer it, throw it in the pan and layer it, melt that butter, pour on top of it, and you're good to go. You know, summer in the middle of winter, and it's hot, so it'll warm you up. I mean, everybody likes a banana split, but having a hot banana split in winter, what could possibly be better? We're all snowed in here. It's cold. It's cold all across the country. There's people been stuck in their houses for over a week, not just here, I know, but other places too. And Melinda did this meme. I know some of y'all might have seen it already. I used it as the thumbnail on this live, but I wanted to share these verses with you before we leave tonight. Let not your heart be troubled. That's John 14:1. I will never leave thee. That's Genesis 28:15. I will uphold thee. Isaiah 41:10. I am with you always, ever, even unto the end of the world. That's Matthew 28:20. And I know a lot of folks are a little uneasy. Like I said, we're going to have sub-zero temperatures here again. We have snow and then ice, and then snow on top of ice, and getting out is just about impossible, and that is kind of stressful. But the weight of the snow on our roofs, because it's not something that houses and garages and barns are engineered for here, we don't get this much. You know, it's all a lot of stuff to stress over, and just trying to stay warm. Is the power going to go out because of all ice and snow? But these verses kind of let us know that God is with us always. He's going to be there. He's going to take care of us through it. And, you know, we'll be all right. It's going to melt. The sun's going to come out. Next week it's going to be raining and nearly 60 here. So praise the Lord, it's only temporary. Y'all stay safe, stay warm. Thank you so much for being with us in the Hillbilly Kitchen. We really appreciate all of you watching and being here. We appreciate your support. Please share our videos with your friends. If you haven't already, don't forget to click like and subscribe before you leave. And until next time, remember to put God first. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here.